How's it going, folks? Welcome back to Abridged month for these very fun at-home table reads. Tonight, we are doing the abridged version of Andy Serkis's Planet of the Apes trilogy. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War for the Planet of the Apes. I love this trilogy. It's actually one of my favorite remake trilogies, so I'm really excited to see how this one goes. So let's jump right in. Let's introduce ourselves.
Hello, I know you can't see me. My name is Mary. I'll be doing action description.
I'm Logan. I'm going to be Caesar.
I'm Curtis. I'm going to be playing James Franco.
Matt. I'm going to be Jason Clarke and other various characters.
I'm Erik. I'm playing my favorite actor ever, Gary Oldman.
Hello, I'm George, and I'll be Koba, the evil ape.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I will be Woody Harrelson.
Right. Hello there. I'm Travis, and I'm playing John Lithgow.
See, Travis, you said it right, but the emphasis, that was... Anyway, so let's jump right in. Mary, take us away.
Andy Serkis Apes trilogy abridged. Rise of the Planet of the Apes abridged by Joanne's. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes abridged by Joanne's. And War for the Planet of the Apes abridged by the same damn person. Intro, Research Lab, San Francisco. An intro shows a group of adorable CGI chimpanzees in a jungle being brutally captured by dickhead poachers. This twists the original movie's political message into a giant ad for PETA. The chimps are transported to James Franco's laboratory. He's talking to his assistant, Tyler Labine.
I'm here to prove that I could play a molecular geneticist just as believably as I can a stoner. If only I could get this vacant expression off my face.
Sorry, what? I was just reprimanding this idiot technician for calling these chimps monkeys. They're apes, God!
You're reconciling your respect for apes well with the fact that we're using them as guinea pigs for a cure to Alzheimer's, which I call ALS 112.
ALS 112? Do we just take the first three letters of the disease and add some random numbers to name its cure? Boy, I can't wait to start work on CAN 638 and AIDS 712.
It's also making chips more intelligent, though. Oh, science, you are a fickle bitch.
Experimenting on animals for an Alzheimer's cure that also makes those animals super smart. Didn't we learn anything from Deep Blue Sea?
James is visited by his boss, David Oyelowo, whose accent makes all his lines seem needlessly intense.
How's my money? Yeah. How's my best money? Buddy.
Our test results show that the cure worked on one chimp, just one, out of a whole lot. I suggest, nay, implore that we move to human testing immediately.
Huh. As a profit-hungry corporate executive, I feel that that should have been my line. First, your present findings. First, present your findings to the board of directors in a dramatic way.
While James oversimplifies science, a CGI chimp escapes and uses parkour moves to reach the conference room.
Seriously, does every movie need a parkour sequence now?
Yes, the CGI chimp jumps around on the conference table and mildly upsets everyone. A guard shoots and kills it.
Could have just tased it, bro.
Science has failed. Back to the drawing board, James. Surely the only way to do that is to kill all the other chimps.
James returns to the lab where Tyler is cradling a CGI baby chimp. Aww.
Hey, look, that chimp we had a baby we didn't know about. She wasn't losing her shit. She was just being protective of her child.
Forget it, Tyler. They've ordered us to put it down all the chimps to start over.
Ah, but I love these chimps.
Really? Then why don't you ever notice that your favorite one was pregnant with, gave birth to, and took care of her baby in his cage? Come to think of it, why didn't anyone notice?
Okay, fine, I'll euthanize him to death. You killed the baby chimp that just grabbed your finger with its tiny hand as a sign of complete and unconditional trust.
Well, this got dark. James decides to take the CGI baby chimp home to his father, John Lithgow.
That is John Lithgow? Great. I have no idea what my childhood was like. I could have been raised by either Dick Solomon or the Trinity Killer.
Hello, son. Shouldn't you be taping an episode of Freaks and Geeks right now?
No, Dad. I'm a serious actor now. I took you to see 127 Hours, remember?
I can't, but I'm not sure whether that's due to my Alzheimer's or that movie's forgettable nature.
Good thing you actually have the disease I'm trying to cure. That makes this intensely personal for me. Which gives me the sympathy I need to cross a slew of moral and ethical boundaries.
James presents the CGI baby chimp to John.
Let's call him Caesar for some controverted reason. I will raise him like the chimp I never had.
As it turns out, Caesar is also super smart.
So the ALZ-112 is actually hereditary. I'm sure only a disease is supposed to do that, not to cure.
Dude, you modeled it after a virus. What did you expect?
Yeah, well, I'm still going to administer it to you in your sleep.
He does. And John is cured instantly. Exterior San Francisco, 3 years later. Caesar gently approaches the children of the neighborhood, David Hewlett, and who chases him off.
You hurt him a tiny bit, you absolute monster. Hey, I'm really just a father who's slightly overreacting to seeing a highly irregular animal near his children. I wasn't there for any of the scenes that established it as being innocent and cuddly. Well, the audience was, so it officially makes you a raging douchebag. God damn it. Will I ever escape that typecasting?
James brings Caesar to improbably hot veterinarian Frida Pinto.
Hello, James. I'm here to contribute nothing that could have been rolled into your character.
Well, you do have a moral compass that's slightly different from mine, so why don't you be a mouthpiece for various messages that oppose science tampering with the natural order? Also, my monkey's cute. Want to go out with me?
You do know what this looks like, right? Like a guy talking to a CGI animal. I'm sorry, taking a CGI animal to an attractive veterinarian and then playing on said animal to get romantically involved with her.
What?
It's a Garfield movie.
Oh, God, cut 5 years for it quick.
Exterior San Francisco, 5 years later. Caesar is now fully grown and living comfortably on the far side of the uncanny valley.
Damn, I noticed my dad's Alzheimer's is returning. I must make a more potent version of ALZ-112 while taking a giant shit on even more basic scientific protocols.
Wait. I first want to use my Alzheimer's as an excuse to go crash David Hewlett's horribly expensive car.
Fucking hell. Is there any way I can confront you while still coming off as a reasonable heir?
You're a raging douchebag, so it doesn't matter what you do.
Then I will jab my finger at you. Jab, jab.
The jabbing upsets Caesar, who attacks David.
No! Don't be protective of me. Remember what happened to the last chimp who tried to be protective of something.
Caesar bites off David's jabbing finger.
Ow! I can't wait to explain this one to the doctor. Yes, my finger is gone because the guy rendering the CGI chimp that bit it off also did that as another CGI character in another movie.
James is forced to take Caesar to a primate shelter run by Brian Cox and his son, Tom Felton.
How convenient that the two of you don't need to be characterized as douchebags since your previous roles have done that for you.
Still gonna ham it up, though. Apes totally suck!
Apes are not people, and I hate them so much that I decided to start this primate shelter for the sole purpose of letting my son torture them.
James leaves while Tom watches a Charlton Heston movie because nobody will let him escape this franchise, even in death.
I'll just put Caesar in with the other apes and force him to reenact One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest whenever James Franco's scenes are wearing thin.
Interior Research Lab, San Francisco. After John Lithgow has died, James goes to work to do science because this time it's personal. More so.
James, what are you doing here?
I still work here. Maybe the movie has forgotten to establish that.
Poachers R Us has just dropped off a fresh batch of apes. Which one do you want to test the new ALZ 113 on?
The CGI bonobo, who looks like he walked straight out of the Resident Evil, demanding a second cookie right after I gave him one. This arbitrarily endears him to me.
Yes, because when we show our test subject to the board of directors, let's make sure it's the ugliest damn ape we could find.
They introduce a gaseous form of ALZ 113 to the CGI bonobo. During the procedure, Tyler's gas mask is knocked off.
Oh, whoa. I inhaled some of that stuff. I need to be quarantined and kept under close observation now.
Relax. I'm sure it's fine.
No, it very much isn't. You all want to test the cure on humans? This is that. It literally just happened.
Just go home and take a nap. It's all fake news. Sneeze right in people's faces if you want to.
David enters.
So how did it go? Can we start human testing?
Actually, it's already happened twice so far, but no, not yet. It's too soon.
But earlier you were eager to move forward after just one successful experiment, and I ended up warning against it. Did we just completely switch viewpoints here?
I guess so.
I'm gonna move forward anyway, without even hiding the fact that all I care about is turning a profit. You make history, I make money.
Then this is a perfect opportunity for me to clear myself of all responsibility. I quit. I am a scientist no more.
James goes home and mopes around while Tyler goes home and dies after sneezing in David Hewlett's face.
Oh, come on.
Interior primate shelter, San Francisco. Caesar has befriended a CGI orangutan who looks like Paul Giamatti and CGI King Kong scaled down to the size of a gorilla. He turns them super smart with some stolen ALZ 113.
These apes are all exhibiting strange behavior. Rather than question this in any way, I'll ask Tom to go be a giant dick to them.
Douchebag away!
Tom beats up Caesar, who starts fighting back.
Damn dirty ape has Starbucks punched my cat. Has a stinking paw on me, and that means it's time for Charles Jason's iconic line. Let's just give me work up that necessary phlegm for this. So the greatest people!
No!
He can talk! He can talk!
Caesar kills Tom and escapes the shelter with the rest of the apes. Exterior, Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. After freeing more apes from the zoo, Caesar leads a coordinated attack using military hand signals because why the fuck not?
Oh God, it seems these apes are all coordinated. Even the ones that came from the zoo and were never exposed to ALZ 113. Calling everyone, and I do mean everyone, even the mounted police. We need to shoehorn an ape riding a horse because it's been a full 5 minutes since the last callback to the original movie.
Get ready for the apes of wrath!
The police arrive and start shooting at the apes. Somehow, the apes win and cross the Golden Gate Bridge. David dies while screaming like a girl. Also, Frida is there.
Now I must tearfully mourn my fallen friends. How ironic that a CGI creature like myself can display more emotion over an ape than Mark Wahlberg saying stuff like, I'm gonna go get my chimp, and meaning it.
Exterior, Redwood Forest, San Francisco. James Franco arrives and finds Caesar in the forest.
I'm glad to see you had such an extensive and compelling character arc, Caesar, because I'm still exactly the same as before. Seriously, I've learned nothing.
Please keep talking. It'll distract me from the fact that this scene is set up exactly like the ending from E.T.
Okay. Why the hell did you organize this entire attack to get a goddamn Redwood Forest? You think this was human seat government? So you could overthrow it?
No, we just came here to hang. You've actually overthrown yourselves. The ALZ-113 is going to wipe out most of humanity because David Hewlett is a pilot and he's sneezing in the faces of planefuls of people as we speak, which is movie code for pandemic. Thank God, too. I was worried we were actually going to have to beat people with sticks.
So that's the cause of the ape uprising? Science gone haywire and people being douchebags? Now I can guess we can start anticipating war of the rise of the Planet of Apes.
Don't bother. Like any reboot, this just ended up being a jumbled collection of winks and nods to the original canon. You know the one thing it accomplished?
What?
It has spoiled the surprise ending of the first Planet of the Apes for everyone who's now compelled to see it.
Nice going, movie.
And fade in interior office, James Franco walks into the office of director Matt Reeves.
Matt, Rise of the Planet of the Apes did pretty well, apparently. That obviously means they're making a bunch more, and I hear they've tapped you to direct the next one.
James, well, what are you doing here? Do we even have an appointment?
Oh, you're going to call it Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's kind of weird since the sun rises at dawn, so the words mean basically the same thing. Oh, whatever. Naming sequels or prequels or reboots has become a bankrupt exercise anyway. It's all rise this, fall that, revenge of the so-and-so. I suppose you'll want this movie to follow right after my closing scene with Caesar.
We're actually going to set it 10 years later. We're using that pandemic footnote from the last movie to kill off nearly all of humanity while letting the apes thrive under Caesar's leadership, so get the fuck out of here.
Oh, awesome. Perhaps I could be the one to spearhead human resistance or something, since I inadvertently helped cause that pandemic. I can be all broody about redemption and stuff. Hey, maybe I can write some of my own lines. What has science done? Fuck, let's go right there.
No, you died! Go away!
What? No, please, you have to let me be in it. It's either this or some god-awful comedy about assassinating Kim Jong-un.
And that's why I'm calling security.
Cut to exterior Muir Woods outside San Francisco. Caesar is leading a hunting party alongside Koba, that CGI bonobo from the last movie.
Koba, my tragic friend and confidant. You lead those deer to the other side of the uncanny valley, and I'll corner them here.
Excellent plan, my fearless leader.
Meanwhile, Caesar's son, Blue Eyes, runs into Jason Clarke, Kerry Russell, Kodi SmitMcPhee, and Kirk Acevedo. I looked that one up too. Damn it.
Holy fuck, humans. I will stand here agape and motionless.
Holy fucking ape. I will immediately flip the fuck out.
Kirk fires his revolver, prompting the arrival of Caesar and his band of merry apes.
Kirk, you unimaginable bastard. Don't you see these apes are special and unique and deserving of our respect? In fact, I'm making that my unchallenged viewpoint for the entire movie because consistency is what makes a character arc compelling.
Really? Great. Then I guess I'm a lock for the token narrow-minded asshole.
Me too, since I now look like a fucking Urukai. My fearless leader, the Andanji just saw and killed them all. Humans suck.
Yeah, but Blue Eyes has been a bit of a rebellious little brat lately, so I'll let this one slide. Humans, leave immediately or I will scowl at you even harder.
Dad, what do we do?
Son, we're outnumbered here, so it's best we walk away. You should know a thing or two about incendiaries of battle. You were in Ender's Game after all.
For the last time, I'm not as a Butterfield. I'm the kid from the road, which means I have experience with being helpless in post-apocalyptic landscape. Why I dropped my sketchbook.
So in this scene,
Everybody just leaves. Enter human settlement, San Francisco. Jason's group returns to the human settlement, and he speaks with its leader, Gary Oldman.
So, did you find a working power source out there? We only have fuel left out for a few weeks at most.
Wait, don't fuel supplies go bad after a couple years? This should have presented a problem way earlier.
Never mind that. Did you find a damn power source or not?
Yes, we found a dam, but it's in disrepair and located right smack in the middle of ape territory.
Ah, there's apes out there. I guess that ignorance is the price we pay for apparently having stayed inside the settlement all these years. Anyway, we should be able to deal with a couple of apes, right? Well, what? What are they gonna do? Fling their crap at us?
The settlement is suddenly visited by Caesar and hundreds of apes on horseback carrying spears.
Oh, fuck.
It looks curiously off. Guess.
They look seriously cheesed off. Guess I better open the gates of our only sanctuary and walk out there with the hope that my wide-eyed idealism will carry me through.
We do not want war. That is why I armed every ape in existence and brought them all to your doorstep. Don't come near our village again. As a sign of conciliation, here's that sketchbook your son dropped. Tell him he needs to work on perspective.
The ape leaves and Jason confers with Gary.
Now the apes are talking shit instead of throwing it. We need to arm ourselves and prepare for battle. There's an abandoned armory nearby. I'm going there to load up.
You have to give me time to come to a resolution with Caesar. Yes, I learned his name despite nobody having mentioned it around me so far.
Fuck. I'll give you time to venture into ape territory, negotiate a truce with Caesar, and deal with the logistics of repairing a hydroelectric dam. 3 days ought to be generous enough to all that, I think.
I can help. I used to be a water engineer. You need to engineer some water, I'm your guy.
Can I come too? You'll need a sounding board for your thoughts. Oh, I can do doctor stuff also.
And I got my sketchbook back, so I can tag along and sketch things again.
Interior Ape Village outside San Francisco. Caesar returns to his village where he has fostered a peaceful community of sorts.
Caesar, I'm concerned that your sympathy for the humans is clouding your judgment as to what's best for the future of our community. Let me express that sentiment in a more ape-like manner. Caesar loves human more than ape.
Koba, please.
But I went over to spy on the humans and they're stockpiling weapons. They spotted me too, and I had to pretend to be all herped up to get away.
You won't provoke me into violence, Koba. Unless you confront me in the exact same way later on, then I'll probably beat the living snot out of you.
In that case, I think I'll just slowly corrupt your son to my way of thinking. Which ape has blue eyes again?
Or you can pick him out by his recently acquired scars. A good thing that bear almost mauled him, huh?
Jason then arrives and requests an audience with Caesar.
Caesar, I understand your reservations, but we need that dam to live. I know we have nothing to offer you, so I'll just appeal to the fact that we're basically mere characters caught on opposite sides.
How do you figure?
Don't you see, we're both idealists, pushed to positions of leadership, and we're both fathers who only want the best for their sons. There's also the defiant underlings we both have to deal with, lest they risk the way of life we're trying to conserve. And, I'm pretty sure we both have wives, too.
Well, if you put it like that.
Exterior dam outside San Francisco. Jason's group begins working on the dam, then decides to kick back by the campfire.
In keeping with my narrow-minded asshole streak, I will reiterate my opinion that we lost everything to that pandemic because of those damn dirty apes.
Did you even watch the last movie? Apes didn't create the simian flu. Idiot scientists ignoring even basic safety protocols did.
But it's called the simian flu, which is apparently the very limit of my reasoning on the matter.
So we didn't start massively hating on birds because of the bird flu, did we?
Perhaps I can help drive my flawed point by reminding you of your personal tragedies. You lost loved ones too, Jason, like your wife, for instance.
What do you mean I lost my wife? Carrie's sitting right there.
No, didn't you get married after the simian flu killed your first wife?
So wait, I'm not really Cody's mother?
Jesus, if you don't even pay attention to your characters, why should we expect the audience to?
Kirk then does some foolish thing that jeopardizes Jason's deal with Caesar.
Right. Hell with your dam. I will once again display incredible restraint and order you out of our territory. Now I need to go tend to my sick wife, Cornelia. I actually had to look up her name on IMDb because why would that warrant a mention in the movie itself?
Oh, wait. I'm a doctor. I'm a bit rusty on ape medications because I'm not a vet, but I'm pretty sure I can do a better job than those weird shaman apes you've got tending to her.
Fair enough. But that line of dialogue needs to be the entire extent of your help. We can't let a woman be seen actually contributing now, can we?
Carrie manages to heal Cornelia off screen. She is played by Judy Greer, who is also not seen contributing.
Okay, I'll give you one more day to fix your dam. Will help too. Didn't that swallow me?
Thank you, Caesar. And Kirk, you just stay right here and cross your arms in a huff. You may be the only water engineer around, but we'll go ahead and fix the dam ourselves.
Come on. You obviously need my expertise. You've already been stupid enough to detonate explosives in an unstable tunnel and cave it on top of your head.
No, antagonizing you is surely the right play here. And besides, Apes got us out of that collapsed tunnel and they're offering their help again now. Yes, you're being sidelined in favor of Apes. Suck on that.
Eventually, the dam is repaired, which is illustrated with a shot of Jason turning a valve.
All right, things are looking up. I guess we're ready for the inevitable plot development that'll undo everything. That's my cue.
Koba beats Kirk to death and uses his lighter to burn down the ape village. He has also stolen a weapon from the armory and hides while using it to shoot Caesar.
I honestly did not expect to get backstabbed by a trusted friend.
Caesar has been killed by a human weapon, which can only mean a human did it. I am in charge now. So all apes must arm themselves with a bunch of human weapons I know where to acquire. Please don't notice a suspicious connection between those two things. Well, that escalated quickly.
Jason, Carrie, and Kodi hide while all the apes ride towards the human settlement. Interior human settlement, San Francisco. People are celebrating having electricity again. Woohoo! By wasting it on a reenactment of that dreadful Zion rave from The Matrix Reloaded. Gary Oldman celebrates by crying over his dead loved ones. Then he notices the apes approaching on horseback and orders everyone to battle.
Okay, people, listen up. We have the advantage of considered tactics here. The apes have gotten hold of some of our weapons, but they'll surely be coming at us wildly flailing them around. I want you all to focus your fire and pick them off with short, controlled bursts. Conserve your ammunition. Those are the things I would be saying to you if my briefly established military background mattered, even in the slightest. Instead, just do as the apes do and spray bullets everywhere.
The apes begin their attack and everybody starts shooting from the hip randomly. This somehow does not spook the horses.
Oh no, there's too many of them! Wait, I see red barrels over there. This battle follows video game logic.
Video game logic. Awesome. That means it doesn't matter that we have no clue how to reload and handle weapons, since they all have infinite ammo and zero recoil. Now I can circ rush you guys while dual wielding machine guns and not get killed. Rah!
And that actually fucking happens. Eventually, Koba wins because he has superior numbers and doesn't care about sacrificing all of them.
Did you know that Koba was actually a nickname for Joseph Stalin? Yeah, noodle on that one.
The humans are rounded up while Gary flees underground. Exterior Muir Woods, outside San Francisco, Jason, Carrie, and Kodi come across Caesar, who, is still alive.
Right. Did anyone actually think he was really dead?
Considering that he features in a lot of trailer footage the movie hasn't gone to yet. Fuck no.
I can save him by operating on him because I'm one of those all-purpose doctors.
Okay, but you know the rule. Do it off screen.
I don't have the necessary supplies, though.
I'll venture into the ape-occupied settlement and valiantly risk life and limb to find what you need. Movie, that's something you can show extensively.
Jason manages to find the supplies, thanks mostly to sheer blind luck. He also comes across Blue Eyes and takes him back to Caesar.
Dad, I'm sorry I let Koba turn me into an even bigger rebellious brat. Truly, I see the error of my ways now.
No, it's my fault for assuming apes couldn't be as malicious and spiteful as humans. Apparently, I wasn't paying attention for the first days of the whole primate shelter sequence from the last movie.
Now that Carrie has saved your life off screen, will you help us?
Apes follow strength, and I'm still too weak to fight Koba. So I'll just go and confront him on my own and hope for the best.
Koba and his followers are located in a tower building inside the city. I can help by freeing the apes who are still loyal to you, like that CGI gorilla who died in the last movie, but is now back somehow.
And I'll just disappear, I guess. Well, at least I've had, ever so slightly more to do than Frida Pinto.
Frida Pinto was in one of these movies.
Interior tower basement, San Francisco. While Caesar heads for the top of the tower, Jason finds Gary in the basement.
Jason, you're alive! And just in time to help me with my plan. I've wired the foundations of this tower with explosives so I can blow it up and deal with all the apes in one fell swoop. Never mind the fact that all our people are being held there as well. Will you help me, Jason? Jason, will you help me? Are you with me or against me? Answer me, Jason. Are your eyes widening with idealism or surprise? Jason!
Perhaps if I move really casually, I can just grab this rifle and point at you, ha!
Hi, what are you doing?
I can't let you do this. They don't all mean us harm. He's up there right now. We have to give him a chance. We owe him that much.
Him who in the what where? Seriously, you're not making any sense. Maybe you should calmly explain the situation to me instead of just, rambling in pronouns.
He trusts me. I believe in him.
Jason, do you realize the apes have rounded up all our people in caps? They're treating us like damn dirty Jews.
Whoa, just cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
Oh, fuck, and there's no longer any late-night talk shows I can use as a soapbox for a public apology. What have they done?
Gary detonates the explosives, which kills him. Jason somehow manages to avoid the blast. Meanwhile, interior tower San Francisco, Caesar reaches the top of the tower and confronts Koba, who's just as surprised to see Caesar alive as the audience was.
How can you champion humans, Caesar? They kept me in a cage for half my life and performed scarring experiments on me.
And now you're imprisoning them just the same. Perhaps that I can appeal to you with that weary, you're no better than them line?
Or perhaps we could just fucking fight! Koba smash!
Despite having only just been near death, Caesar manages to hold his own against Koba. Their fight is then interrupted by the explosion collapsing half of the tower.
Help! I'm dangling from this beam and I've suddenly lost my innate powers of parkour. Caesar, pull me up.
Let me think. No.
Caesar elects to drop Koba to his Disney death, after which Jason enters. Good thing the explosion didn't wreck the stairs.
Before he died, Gary told me that he managed to contact more survivors holed up in a nearby army base. Given how utterly inept I am at explaining things, I'm afraid they'll just go ahead and consider all this grounds for war.
Well, we're working our way towards the very first Planet of the Apes, so I suppose war was inevitable all along. Come here. Let me seal our friendship in the face of adversity with a solemn touching of the foreheads.
And they briefly butt heads. Boing.
Hang on, I wasn't emoting solemnly enough. Let me have another take.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They'll get it in post.
What do you mean they'll get it in post? It's not like the boom mic was briefly visible. My performance was sorely lacking there.
No, seriously. They can do anything with CGI now. You think adding a tear to Jennifer Connelly's sad scene in Blood Diamond was just a one-off? That was only the start. Just picture it. They'll stitch together bits and parts of different takes to get the best results. Audiences won't have any idea what's genuine and what isn't. Actors will no longer own their own performances. Not even death can stop them from appearing in movies. The true heroes of film will be nameless people wearing ping pong balls on unitards and countless interns painstakingly animating stuff frame by frame. Don't you get it? Apes succeeding mankind is really a metaphor for the digital effects surpassing actual acting. But am I going to get a fucking Oscar for it? Hell no.
And fade in. Interior office. Jason Clarke walks into the office of director Matt Reeves.
Matt, how's it going? Listen, I don't mean to impinge on your creative process, but I have some ideas for my character in the next Planet of the Apes movie.
Jason, hi. Why don't you take a seat?
Oh, hey, War for the Planet of the Apes is going to be the title. Kick-ass. Enough with that completely interchangeable Rise and Dawn crap. Let's get down to business. So my character, I'm thinking my wide-eyed idealism from the last movie could be challenged by the atrocities of this war. You know, the duality of man or some shit.
That is a great idea. Unfortunately, we're already doing that for Caesar.
Oh, okay. The duality of ape, then. I had a few other ideas that we could...
Let me stop you right there. Jason, I'm sorry, but you're not coming back.
What? Look, just because I was in one movie that killed a franchise, that doesn't...
This isn't about Terminator Genesis. We've just decided to rotate the human cast for each of these movies, and you could say the apes have already won.
Okay, fine. So what happened to my character between movies? Do I at least get a reference?
Oh, sure! Not in the movie itself, but if I get the chance, I'll mention your death as an aside in an interview or something.
Cut to Exterior Woods, California, I guess. A squad of soldiers is stalking a pack of apes through a dense forest. One of the soldiers is Gabriel Chavarria, who speaks to his superior, Roger Cross. Sir, why am I the only one equipped with a crossbow? Isn't that a little archaic?
We're a bunch of interchangeable faceless soldiers. So at least one of us needs a distinguishing characteristic. I'll take aim at that ape on the barricade up there, and we'll mop up the rest.
They engage the apes and are suddenly met by a barrage of spears and arrows that wipes out the entire squad, save for Gabriel.
Fuck. I thought being black was my characteristic. I'm just as much cannon fodder as the others.
Why didn't we all carry crossbows? Arrows are clearly more effective. Gabriel is captured and brought before Caesar. It's you! Our colonel told us about you. Wait. What is that bum fluff on your chin?
Shut up, it's a beard of sorrow. I'm going through some shit, okay?
You'll never win! More and more apes are joining our side, like this gorilla with red fur we had escorting us.
We're actually scared of what Caesar will do to us because we followed Koba in the last movie, so it's more of a lesser evil thing.
You seriously have a red gorilla named Red? Just shows you how narrow-minded you are to distinguish us by color. Winter, get Red out of here.
Winter, who is an albino gorilla, walks up.
We call him Winter because he's got a cold demeanor. Yeah.
I say I'm on it. Whoops. I let him get away. My bad.
Okay, so you're an albino and a complete moron. I'll be able to pick you out twice as fast now.
Caesar puts Gabriel in one of the infinitely available horses. You're just letting me go? Are you hoping your mercy will drive me to switch to your side at a critical moment?
Look, I am running out of ways to tell you this, but we do not want this fucking war. Tell your colonel to leave us in peace.
You mean the colonel who was established as wanting to kill all apes in the first 5 minutes? Yeah, I'm sure he'll listen to reason. Exterior Ape Village, California. Caesar returns to his hidden village, which is located behind a waterfall. Outside, all the apes are hollering. Ho!
Hey guys, could you maybe whoop a little louder? I don't think they heard you over in Montana. It's supposed to be a hidden sanctuary.
But it's Blue Eyes and Rocket. They returned from whatever journey they were on.
Ah, my son and my trusted confidant. Wait, which is which?
Dad, I had to get fucking mauled by a bear just to get these identifying scars across my chest. And Rocket has that permanent underbite scowl.
I was also in the other 2 movies, if that helps.
Oh, right. Yeah. We don't do a whole color coordinated deal. What have you 2 found?
We discovered an oasis where we'll be safe from the humans, but we have to cross a huge desert to get there.
I see. Fine, I'm already imbued with a ton of Jesus Christ symbolism. Might as well take on a bit of Moses on top of it.
We should go immediately to the humans and surely find us soon. Aw.
Chill the fuck out, Winter. Let's stay here one more night and then head out tomorrow morning.
Just so you know, this was all ape dialogue. So it came out as a lot of panting and grunting with a side order of sign language. Interior Ape Village, California. That night, Caesar is roused by a couple of soldiers rappelling down the waterfall.
Crap. Humans have found us. Blue Eyes, protect your mother while I scout around.
She's the one with beads in her hair, right?
Yep, when all else fails, use gender stereotypes.
After tackling a few soldiers, Caesar rushes back to the waterfall where he spots the colonel, who is played by Woody Harrelson.
Oh, hi! This is awkward. Hey, what's that behind you?
Like I'm gonna fall for that one.
Well, seriously, take a look.
Caesar slowly turns around, is inexplicably not shot in the back. Instead, he sees the bodies of Blue Eye and his mother, who has also had a name.
You killed my family. 2 movies worth of character development. Now I have to throw it out the window for a boring and trite revenge quest. Fuck you!
They briefly struggle, but Woody manages to get away. Caesar collects himself and confers with Maurice, that orangutan who looks like Paul Giamatti.
Maurice, I'm choosing you to Moses the apes over to that oasis while I go exact sullen revenge.
No. I must come with you to act as your moral touchstone.
Fine. Luca, you're that fearsome gorilla that died in the first movie but showed up again in the second, right? How about you lead...
I know where Woody Harrelson is.
God damn it. Right. Rocket, then I charge you with the safekeeping of...
But I lost a son too. At least I think I did. I'm joining you as well, so I can have my revenge quest vigorously through you.
With Blue Eyes dead, you're the only one who knows where the oasis is. Oh well, what harm could it do in leaving my tribe without a leader figure to rally around? I'm sure they'll find their way. Mount up!
Exterior, Human Settlement, California. After they exit the woods, Caesar, Maurice, Luca, and Rocket happen upon a dilapidated settlement where they encounter a single soldier.
Hello, I'm just gathering wood. I'm not looking for a fight.
Yeah, well, the first stage after losing one's family is acting as cold and ruthless as possible, so eat this, dipshit!
Caesar blows the soldier away with a shotgun.
Ha! I was going for my gun, so your ruthlessness is justified.
Dies. Oh. Inside one of the huts, Maurice finds Amiah Miller.
Caesar. That man had a daughter. What's your name, sweetheart?
That.
You can't talk. Good thing you went to the Dakota Fanning School of Eye Motion.
Emoting.
Speak Emoting, yes.
That.
Well, speak up if you don't want to come with us, since we just killed your dad and all.
Travis, this is why you have to watch
Well, great.
what you're doing.
Great. Come along then.
I couldn't raise my eyebrows any higher. Exterior military camp, California. Now accompanied by Amiah, the group presses on and locates a military camp where they find Winter helping out the soldiers.
Winter, you betrayed us.
Okay, yes, I did tell Woody where to find the ape village after Red told me there's no more soldiers coming to wipe you out, and I'm a coward. Please go easy on me.
I'm still supposed to act ruthless because of my dead family, but I feel a hint of Ruth creeping back in, so I'll just kill you accidentally.
Caesar accidentally smothers Winter to stop him from alerting the soldiers. Did he sit on him?
Whoops.
Exterior abandoned museum or whatever, California. While attempting to spot more soldiers, Caesar's band of merry apes plus one human is nearly robbed by a mysterious hooded figure. It turns out to be another smart chimpanzee who calls himself Bad Ape.
Yep, you aren't the only apes who gained the power of speech. Just don't get me excited because it makes me sound like a Tina Belcher freaking out.
Where'd you come from?
I escaped from a nearby fortified quarantine facility which has been taken over by a savage colonel and his men.
Oh, great. My one plot purpose gets taken over by the comic relief here.
Comic relief? I'm not a comic relief. Whoa. I'm not.
Can you take us there? I'm going after the colonel because he killed my son.
Oh, and wife.
I too lost a child, so I'll lead you there.
Hey, that was my reason for joining Caesar.
If you start being his moral compass as well, maybe we can all pick up and leave this quest to the two of you.
I think I'll take that one step further and angrily decide to find my own way in. This is my fight.
As soon as Caesar goes it alone, he realizes his tribe has been captured and imprisoned. Then he is captured too. Oh, and Luca is killed by a bayonet pinprick.
That went well, I think.
Interior quarantine facility, California. After witnessing Woody Harrelson's bizarre morning routine where he shaves his scalp while the national anthem plays and his men scream at him. Therapy. Seek therapy. Caesar is brought to his office.
So once again, we meet, alas.
Gotta say, you're laying it on a bit thick.
Yeah, I agree that the Apocalypse Now themes and illusions aren't exactly subtle.
That too, but I'm referring to the screaming drills, the whole concentration camp vibe, the slave master-like cruelty against what you perceive as an inferior race. There's a long history of racial slurs that liken black people to apes, and you can only literalize so much of that imagery before it just becomes a blatant white power fantasy.
In case you forgot, these prequels are leading us to the future of the first Planet of the Apes film, which slowly showed humans as the ones being brutally oppressed. Maybe I'm just getting a few licks in while I still can.
Believe me, I didn't forget. God forbid 5 minutes go by without an in-joke or a reference to the original canon.
Now, I've met your ape tribe to work on the building a wall, or I've set your ape tribe on work on building a wall to defend against my enemies. You can make up your own Trump joke about that.
Right, because we apes are so terrible at climbing things.
Not against you. Not against you. There's an army unit to the north that disagrees with my methods. You see, I've been killing every single human infected with the simian flu ever since it mutated to revert to those it doesn't kill to a primitive state.
Oh, so that's what happened to Amiah. The primitive might be pushing it, though. She did lose her voice, but she still seems to possess all her other faculties. Maybe you're just jumping the extremist gun a little bit on that?
Nope. Mute means feral ape in my book. I even killed my own son when he got infected. That's how much of the tragic hard ass I am. See? Once again, you have a mirror character on the human side, since we're both bound to boring revenge plots.
Before you executed your son, did you ask him if he had any last words?
Fuck you, man.
Woody puts Caesar in with the rest of the apes and forces him to reenact the bridge on the River Kwai. Exterior quarantine facility, California. Maurice and Rocket are conferring with Bad Ape while Amiah Miller sort of hovers in the background.
We need to get in there so we can rescue Caesar. Bad Ape, why don't you put some of that comic relief to good use and stumble fuck your way into finding us an entrance?
For the last time, I am not the comic relief.
He storms off and ends up falling into a tunnel that leads into the base.
Fucking derp.
Before they can get their bearings, Amiah is advanced into the tunnel and emerges to the faculty courtyard, where she walks up to Caesar's cell.
Oh, hey. I see we've inadvertently taught you well since you're using your innate stealth skills to get in here unnoticed. Maybe it's just that nobody cares. The searchlights have caught you 3 times while we've been talking, and nothing has happened.
Amiah hands Caesar some water and her rag doll as a token of support. Then she has to hide from the approaching soldiers, so Rocket arrives to distract them and gets captured.
Caesar, I followed your lead and infiltrated the base by getting caught too. Yay!
Yes, a sound strategy that I had planned all along, for sure.
Now, let's plot an elaborate escape, like we did at the primates shelter from the first movie. Talk about Planet of the Escapes, huh? Huh?
Okay, let's do it. But how will we unlock the cages?
Leave that to me.
Rocket crouches down and takes a big steaming shit into his hand, which he then flings at the back of the nearby soldier's head. Now we have the throwing shit. We can only see the latter part, but the former part totally happened.
Ew, who did that? Who fucking did that? So help me, I'm gonna come in there with no backup and the keys to the cage doors on me if nobody fesses up.
The soldier is easily overpowered, but as the apes flee their prison, the faculty comes under attack, or the facility comes under attack by the Northern Army unit.
Oh, I get it. War for the planet of the apes means a war between the remaining humans for a planet already dominated by apes. Very clever.
Oh, come on, let's go! Well, we can slip out while the humans waste all their valuable ordnance on a foolish frontal attack.
Yeah.
Oh, God! After everything it has cost us, you still want to go after fucking Woody, don't you?
I'll be 2 minutes, swear.
As the battle rages, Caesar climbs up to Woody's office and finds him crying in his bed.
Okay, I was all set for an epic confrontation, but this is quite underwhelming. Oh! You got infected from Amiah's ragdoll. This is priceless. So did you realize you probably killed your son for no reason because the simian flu doesn't have any de-evolutionary effect after all? That's gotta sting. You probably want me to kill you now. Meh, I suddenly don't feel like it. Looks like I've discovered my humanity. Yeah, okay, here's your gun. If you could not shoot me in the back again, that'd be swell.
After Woody blows his brains out, Caesar sees his tribe getting gunned down by the remaining soldiers who are being assisted by Red. He jumps down to a fuel tanker, which he tries to blow up with a grenade, but right before he can toss it, he's struck by an arrow shot by Gabriel Chavarria. Ha 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 ha! You figured I'd come over to your side, didn't you? Nope, not happening. I hate every ape I see, from chimpan A to chimpanzee. That's one cliche we're subverting at least.
Then I'll have to do it.
Red kills Gabriel and saves Caesar, who then blows up the fuel tanker. This causes a sudden avalanche that buries all the remaining humans. The apes survive because they're a bunch of tree huggers. Exterior Oasis, California. After a long trek through the desert, Caesar finally leads his tribe to the oasis.
Oh, we made it. I think we've now adequately set the stage for the original film, yes? The apes are thriving with enough room for dissent regarding the treatment of humans who are now mute. Done deal. It's okay with you. I'm gonna go ahead and die now. I don't want to stick around for when we suddenly wear suits and drive cars.
What? Don't tell me you still have that arrowhead in your side. Why in the shitting fuck did you wait until after the journey to tell anyone?
Hey, Moses bought it with inside of the Promised Land too. I was tied to a cross so many times during my captivity, I figured I'd swung right back to the Christ symbolism. This is the only way I can balance it out.
At least you have led your son to a better world.
What? My son died, remember?
Yeah, Blue Eyes did, but Cornelius is still alive.
I had another son this whole time. Where is he? I'd like to...
And
and that's a wild way to end it, but not inherently wrong. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you at the next one.